everyone. This is Karen from Online Healing Community. Welcome to Creating Space. And today we're going to talk about boosting immunity the natural way. And with us is lifestyle therapist and energy healer, Tina Suelto. So, friends, please help me welcome Tina. Hi,
Hello.
Tina. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Hello, Karen. And hello to all our viewers.
Thank you for being here. First off,
Thank you.
Tina, lifestyle therapist. What do you mean when
Uh,
by that?
Lifestyle therapy is basically an integration of different sets of healing modalities. That is proven already and tested, and that could actually contribute to more ease with your embodiment. And it's actually used mostly for prevention, but people could also use it for recovery, like if they're recovering from an illness. So they could use lifestyle medicine as a way for them to have more ease with their bodies.
Right, lifestyle medicine. And
So,
speaking, yeah, yes, you were saying.
this therapy includes body movement. It includes meditation. It includes a lot of self mastery practices, food, of course, and a lot of other things. So yeah, that's how it is.
Wow, it's nice that you're putting together different elements, like yun nga, not just very spiritual, may physical, then may food, right? And a
Yeah,
lot. Another modality that you use actually is hydrotherapy.
yeah.
How can water help us in terms of boosting immunity?
So actually, what I do is I do colonic hydrotherapy before, but that one is more of a therapy for people who are constipated, because we know that water is very important, especially when it comes to movement of the the bowels, and especially in the gut. Your gut should at least be hydrated. And I just learned that when you drink water, 50% of that goes to the stomach, and then 50% of that goes out through sweat, through the bowel movement and all of that. So hydrotherapy is a contribution kasi a lot of sickness also boils from dehydration. Yung parang kasi kulang ka lang ng tubig, so it kinds of imbalances your system. And we all know that we are what 75% made of
Water,
water.
right? That's
So it's
true.
very
Yeah,
important.
true. So we need to really drink up on water. And I remember Dr. Ferdinand Bronner said, drink real water.
Yeah,
Don't drink like 'di ba, water with juice or
yeah,
milk tea. So take
true.
note. It should be like real water. And you just came from an international conference on COVID management with doctors, right? Can you share
Yeah.
with us some of the tips in boosting immunity?
Especially during the flu season, no? We're experiencing a lot of flu season. Interesting enough, we were with medical doctors, but they were exploring uh, how to manage the flu in a sense that if you're not, like, for example, admitted, yung parang papunta pa lang yung flu, na-stop mo na siya. That's the most important thing. And a lot of body awareness comes from this. I've also learned myself, like, how to know whether you're coming up with the flu or not. So one of the tips they gave me, actually they used allopathic sa first tip, meaning they used one medicine, which is paracetamol, sugar, and water. If you are undergoing parang chills, kasi alam mo yung papunta pa lang yung flu, di ba mag-chill ka? Your body temperature changes and all of that. So in order for you to ease up, you have to induce perspiration. That's the first thing. And not through exercise. Kasi some people, they think dapat mag-exercise. Iba yung nalulose mo sa exercise. In exercise, you lose water. You're not losing any toxins from there. So, you're losing the water. Yeah, but so yung induced perspiration, if you use the sugar, water, hot siya dapat, and then just one tablet of paracetamol or Panadol or aspirin, either of that. 20 minutes lang, your sweat would subside. I mean, you will be sweating and then no more chills. And then usually it stops. Hindi na magpupursue yung flu.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it was shared to us by Dr. Lim. He has been traveling for 30 years and never has he caught any colds or flu.
Right.
Never. And I was like, what? I've been traveling also, and I always catch colds and flus during travels. And this is his
Right.
text pala. Oo.
So
So,
when he feels that he doesn't feel well now, so
oh,
he drinks paracetamol with sugar and hot water already.
water.
So
Yes.
right, so for prevention.
Just for prevention, yung parang hindi ka na hindi na siya magpo-pursue into
For progress.
other symptoms.
How about natural ways of dealing with the
So
flu?
that one, if that's the first one, he says. This one is the next one that I will share is ano na siya. Galing siya sa kay Shanghan Lun, also shared by Dr. Lim. So it's from a book called Shanghan Lun, which is written by Zhang Chongjing. It's been written from 2,000 years ago, and it translates into a discussion on harmful symptoms. So at that time, the traditional Chinese medicine practitioners, they call this diseases as symptoms lang. Okay, so whatever, and they use this in dealing pandemics and mga cold or flu seasons. Ito yung ginagamit nila. So they categorize the flu into 4 sections. So first section is the stomach. So wait, I'll just have my cheat sheet for today
That's fine.
because it's
So we're
something new also, and we're also learning. So stomach flu. Um, the second one is lung flu. The third one is urinary flu, and the fourth one is muscle flu. So there are 4 kinds of flu. So ang first talaga na symptoms na mangyayari in before saan siya pupunta, whether sa stomach ba sa lungs or what, is the first one would be yun yung chills. So you have to stop it at the chills sana. But sometimes we don't heed that. Like sometimes we just feel like, baka nag-change lang yung temperature. And that's what I do with my body. It's like, wala naman, okay lang ako, yung parang ganon, baka ano lang, iba lang yung feeling, ganon. So,
you don't
so
acknowledge it, no? Sometimes.
that there's a change in my system. So yeah, the first one that flus will attack is always the surface, and the skin, the muscle or joints. Those are the first ones na affect. So that's why some people they have headache in when they have that. So sa stomach flu, you usually experience nausea, loose bowel movement, ano pa ba? Vomiting, yan. So and a lot of gas pain in the stomach also. So what you do is by the way, to induce perspiration, di ba yung sugar, water, and honey. But if you want the traditional way, I mean, gusto mo vegetables yung iti-take mo, not the paracetamol. What you need to do is boil onion, leek, garlic, and then put something sour like tomato, and then and then ginger for your stomach and circulation. So that 5. Tapos
Like
add some,
sinigang.
pwede siya, yeah.
Like sinigang.
Puwedeng sinigang, oo. And then something sweet like sugar. Don't take the vegetables, just the soup. Kasi when you take daw the vegetables, you might want to vomit. Kasi yun nga, it's gonna be your therapy. So the important one is get the soup. And you need to take this for 3 times a day for at least
Mhm.
2 weeks or until the symptoms, go away. So, this could also induce perspiration in a natural way. So, kung ayaw mo ng sugar, water, honey, na madali siya, sugar, water, not honey so don't put honey in this concoction kasi the purpose is to induce perspiration. Honey kinds of slows down the perspiring. So, hindi siya beneficial on this formulation. So, You can try it. I've tried it. It's actually very very fun. And then add something sugar. Pwede mo lagyan din ng sugar na brown sugar. Or kung ayaw mo naman ng sugar kasi meron tayong mga judgments about sugar na
Yes.
not too much. You could use the other alternative like cocoa sugar, palm sugar, or jujube, jujubes, red dates, Chinese red dates, or dates themselves. I-add mo lang siya sa soup. So
So the
that's
goal is for you to perspire the toxins when you're
yes.
chilling, right?
Yeah, that's the first one. When you use this kind of inducing perspiration, you actually take out the toxins, not the exercise. Because some people they think, oh, mag-exercise tayo to sweat out the toxins. No, you're sweating out water, not the toxin. Because you need herbs to sweat it out. I mean, you need the herbs
Right.
to sweat those out.
It's interesting. It's like
So
your recipe for it's easy if you think of sinigang because I was thinking
yeah,
leeks and garlic and
and
onion
then
and
the
tomato and
sinigang,
ginger,
yeah,
diba? But
and then
add sugar.
yeah, you can add sugar. Add some
Right.
sugar para ano siya, para mag-induce talaga yung sweat.
Mhm.
So, that's for the fever and chills. Okay? So, when napunta siya sa lungs, so how do you know it's a lung thing? Pag inuubo ka, whether that is dry cough or wet cough. Or, I mean, yung cough na may plema.
Awesome.
Oo.
Yes.
Dry or with phlegm, it doesn't matter. You add oranges to your diet. So oranges or any citrus food like calamansi, like what we have, calamansi, mga lime, whatever,
Dalandan.
dalandan, yes, that one.
Yeah.
And for Davao people, we have pomelo. Pwede din siya. The most important one is the ano niya, yung peel. So, kailangan siya include in boiling. He said, um, you take it with the skin. So, I don't know if you have to eat it or what, or you can boil it. Yun. Kasi I know some Chinese medicine that they use tangerine peel into tea. So, that's also good. So, that's a contribution for your for the cough. So, citrus can relieve the lungs kasi usually people they gasp for air daw. It's because they have a lot of phlegm in their lungs. So you just have to expel it. So kailangan siya matanggalan. So that's why the citrus blends could help. So with this mixture, pwede din siya dadagdagan ng um, pag dry yung cough, pwede honey with vinegar. Tapos with the citrus, any citrus fruit that you could think of. So, yon. And then, pwedeng ganon. And you could also add cinnamon stick if you have if you have access to cinnamon sticks. So, yan yung parang mga herbs na recommended and fruits recommended for lungs. So, yan. And when it comes to muscle pain or muscle flu, like 'di ba minsan you feel like, "Oh my gosh, parang masakit or sensitive yung skin." And
Yeah.
parang ano, so that's probably a muscle flu. So he said, sweet potato,
Oh.
boil it, take the water, not the potato, just the
Oh.
water, sweet potato, and take it for same pa rin, within 3 times a day mo siya
And
iinumin.
usually
And
we
then
throw
for
the
the next,
water out and we eat the
yes,
potato. But this time, diba?
you drink the water. And people, when he recommends this, people laugh at him daw. Sabi niya, yeah, people will really laugh at you, especially Filipinos and Malaysians kasi we're used to eating the fruit. Sabi niya, this time, you treat it according to the symptom. Kasi kung ang symptom is for you to relieve the muscle pain, the sweet potato could help a lot. The water of the sweet potato. So, the sweet potato is more healthier than the potato. Kung wala namang access sa sweet potato, you can have potato as an alternative. So, kung anong color yan, it doesn't matter. Di ba? Meron tayong sa sweet potato, may violet, may orange, di ba? Gano'n. Doesn't matter the color. Walang ano, just any sweet potato. Include, again, don't peel off the yung skin niya,
The
because
skin. Right.
yeah, that's the one that's giving off the nutrients. So, yun, get the water of that. It's very simple, di ba? I mean, people
Yes.
are used to this and it's cheap. And then, yun, wag, wala naman siyang, wala siyang pinapalagay.
Just that. Just drink the water
Yeah.
from, yeah, from boiling sweet potatoes.
So that it will regulate daw your water and it will regulate the water. So and then it will eliminate the muscle pain. At the same time, it could also contribute to your parang tummy. Stomach din siya. Pwede din siya sa stomach. So yun. So yun yung mga suggestions niya. And you could also add ginger, sorry, and sugar.
To
So
the sweet potato water.
yeah, lagay mo na after mo na boil yung water, take it off and then lagay mo yung ginger. So, puwede 'di ba yung ika-crush mo lang siya, 'di ba yung fresh talaga and then lagyan mo lang siya ng sugar.
Mm, okay. And these are very simple things that and the ingredients you can just see it in your kitchen. You can just you
Yes,
have all of these ingredients in your kitchen to manage flu.
yes.
Another thing that you practice, Tina, is ganotherapy. What is that
Mhm.
exactly?
So, gynotherapy is actually a therapy using an herb, which is Ganoderma lucidum. So, it's also based on traditional Chinese medicine. It's just that we use the term gynotherapy because we use the this one main herb for all kinds of whatever ailments in the body. So, meron kaming generic herb na gynotherapy. But again, its concept and a lot of its teachings is based on traditional Chinese medicine and a lot of Shanghan Lun. So that's why ito yung mga teachings. And so yeah, and it's a beautiful contribution to me, especially when I started off in the venture of healing. Kasi I started off talaga in body healing. I during college while I was graduating for computer science, I was also enrolled to a school with Dr. Elizabeth Micalier. She's under the Philippine International Natural Sciences (PINS), and and uh, I studied iridology, sclerology, gano'n sa mga mata and all of that, and a lot of natural cooking, paano mag-ano, herbal cook, mga stuff. A lot of things included in that module. And that furthered my studies sa gynotherapy kasi same lang ang concept. Although the one with the iridology and sclerology, it's more of a Western field. Kasi it's Europe, based in Europe yung iridology, while the TCM is Asian. So, Oriental medicine. But there's more studies in the Oriental TCM side. Ayan. So, gynotherapy is basically also using, we have what we call the four pillars of health. Yung exercise, proper supplementation, ganyan. So, it's all part nilagay pa lang positive thinking, pero we all know it's more than positive thinking.
Right.
But it's really having the positive mental attitude to so meaning all of this four elements makes up for parang good health. Yeah.
Mm. I've been talking to a lot of doctors and a lot of people in the medical and health and wellness for the past 2 months, and Ayurvedic doctor, integrative doctor, and now lifestyle therapist. You're saying the same thing, really. Your
Actually, iba
food, iba-iba lang yung term, but basically, like you're saying, movement, your food, your water, and your supplementation, and then your mindset. And
yeah.
basically, oh my gosh, and these are different people practicing different kinds of healing, but they're saying the same thing. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Because it's actually same thing, iba-iba lang yung practices. That's why sa lifestyle therapy, under us, we have a lot of people who are doing Ayurveda. Meron din yung iba, doctors talaga, like MDs and all, and they venture also into Ayurveda. They add on other practices, Ayurveda, acupressure, acupuncture, ganun, ganun. So, kami more on sa ganotherapy. Kasi it's anybody can do the ganotherapy.
Yeah. So it's easy for everybody. At
Yeah.
saka you don't have to do concoction na. You don't have to put it
Yeah,
together.
we could mix. Meron pa rin kaming mga certain mixtures. Like, meron kaming mga dressing the wound. Like, if you have diabetes and how to dress their wound using the herbs. It's so also good. We have like mga ganun din na practices.
Speaking of practices, what are your personal self-care habits which helps you boost your immunity?
Yeah. So for me, one thing is, of course, meditation. That's really uh, like the Sunya meditation we have could also boost our immune system. And one thing that I have eliminated that is very important na hindi ko ginawa for the past months was actually the movement, body movement, which is I know very important. And so now I'm bringing it back again by the as simple as what we have this pre-sunya exercise, which is very effective in terms of um, just flowing the energy in your body. So, we have the hand raising and hand swinging. So, kahit yun lang yung gagawin mo in the morning, doesn't have to be something so excessive. That could already contribute. So, that's what I do, hand raising and hand swinging.
So I
And
just have to like swing my hand?
my hand, yung ganon. Pero yung
Ganun
paa
lang.
mo, parang, parang squat, medyo semi-squat. Yung
Oh,
parang Tai Chi position siya.
right.
Ganun. Tapos, you just do hand swinging 30 times. Start off as 30, and then you can do as much as 200. And that would be a contribution to your circulation. Ayan. So, kahit yun lang, sabi ni Dr. Lim also was the one who taught us this one. And he told us that it's a lot of people have reversed their diseases using just that practice. So, it's really a contribution to the body. So, simple lang. But of course, I suggest people could also do Tai Chi or yoga. Those stretches, those are also beautiful contributions to your body. Or anything, ask your body what movement it likes. So sometimes maybe it's dancing. You don't have to be yung dapat eto lang. So you can ask your body, hey body, what do you like to do today? So just something that could move your body. So for me, for now, what it likes is hand raising and hand swinging. There was a time that it liked yoga. There was also a time that my body liked ano ba yun? Just jogging, ganun. So, meron siyang iba-ibang So, that's why lifestyle therapy is really more ease with embodiment, meaning how do you communicate with your body at the same time? Because your body has also its own consciousness. So, it has its own set of awareness. So, you ask, communicate. And then
Yeah.
another one, also food. I consumed Ganoderma daily. So since I am a Ganotherapist, so since for the past 20 years, I've been taking it daily. So this Ganoderma is very. If you could research it on your own. People they call this the herb of immortality or the elixir of immortality. And it has been revered as like they think that the gods sent this herb to them. So it's a genus red mushroom. So it's very it's a food grade, meaning pwede siyang daily. Kasi again, herbs are categorized in three types. One is food grade, meron tayong medicinal, meron tayong poisonous herbs. So, food grade herbs you can take daily. Medicinal herbs, you take it when you need it. Poisonous herbs, of course, you only take it as an antidote. So, kung na-poison ka, so you can use it as an antidote, parang ganun. So, yeah. So, those are the category. And si Ganoderma nasa ano siya, food grade category.
So you can
So,
take it daily.
just a food, yeah. So that's why we don't really see ourselves as like parang healing in a way because we're just using food. we're using super functional food. And I take spirulina also daily and roselle. So that's how I use, or what I use to boost my immune system. And of course, bars. So um, I have frequent therapies with bars with my sister and with the people that I work with in the Kunlun, no, with the Fox tribe. So we exchange bars often, weekly.
Ayan, we'll talk about that because as a first part, we just talk about physical ways to boosting the immune system. And Jera Quezada is here. She's saying soap helpful po. Thank you. So that's just the first part. We just need to take a break for like 2 minutes. When we come back, Tina will talk about energy healing and how energy healing can help you also boost your immunity. So stay tuned.
I'd like to invite you to enroll the course Healing the Inner Child so I can show you my own process of healing as I guide you to find your own process as well. Together, let's embrace our journey to courage and our journey to healing. See you!
You are not alone, and people are here for you, and we're here for each other. Here are our programs and courses for you. Ayan. And so we're back. Before we took a break, we're talking about energy healing. And in this community, Tina, there's a lot of energy healers. Can you please explain to us what energy healing is?
So
And
it
you
was
yourself, ang dami mong modalities, di ba? Tina is a crystal healer. She's a Ho'oponopono facilitator. She's into access consciousness. And you're also into energy clearing.
yeah. So yeah. So actually, 'di ba, I started off as, the healing in terms of body. And then in my journey of learning a lot of things about the body, I also learned a lot of things about the spirit side, which is, wow, okay, malaking factor din pala ang energy, which is our bodies have subtle energy systems, and which is what all the healing energy healers use. And parang lang yung mga if our veins and arteries they pump out blood, we also have meridians that pumps out energy. So that's what the energy healers use, and that's where, how some of the energy healing practices use. And it's such a wide thing because it's something that people cannot see but can only be experienced. And there are many changes, and some people, some will dismiss it as parang placebo, ganyan ganyan, but actually there are many studies about meridians and energy, especially in traditional Chinese medicine as well. If you could see there, sa kanila galing yung mga acupressure, acupuncture, and they also talk about meridians and energy points, meaning where our bodies store different energies. And so, yeah, so, and then from there, marami ng modalities. So some people, they use crystals and different kinds of like whatever is. And again, we're not saying there's only one way to energy healing. There are various practices, and choose what your body likes. And this is what I've also been learning in Access Consciousness, about choosing what your body requires and likes. So sometimes it likes this kind, ito minsan ganito, or minsan a mix of all of those. And don't make yourself wrong if you choose all of them. It's also okay and fun.
You said that you have to experience energy healing to really understand that. Do you have like a profound experience with energy healing that you
Um,
can share with us? Probably for yourself or for a client.
So for me, basically, kasi yeah, we could not know naman talaga if the client is just like, for example, mas better if personal, no. So I have one experience. I had this severe toothache. Yung parang, oh my God, alam mo naman ang toothache, it stops the whole world. Like, hindi ako ma-stop ng fever, ng cold, pero pag toothache, my God, I cannot function. So, And I have this teacher who taught me a certain form of meditation. Like he asked that I was I think 20 years old at that time when he taught me. I was 21 then, and then when he taught me, 20 years old pa ako nun. But of course, I never use it for me. I use it for other people kasi wala naman akong pain. But when I had the pain, I had to use it myself. So what happened? What I did was, I just curled up in the corner kasi it was so painful. So I curled up in the corner, and then at that time I was asking Archangel Raphael because that's he's a angel healer, so the healing angel. So I called on him, and then Jesus. Alam mo yun, yung parang lahat na lang tatawagin mo. And then I did the meditation. So the meditation was imagine the pain, and then assign a color for the pain. But at the same time, you have to feel the pain first. Like, feel everything. So I felt the pain, acknowledge the pain. Okay, the pain is there. And then I assigned a shape and a color. And bigla lang talaga siya. Ang shape niya is parang alam mo yun yung apatot, parang noni, na green.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yun yung color niya. Tapos, and then cover it with white light. So I did. And then when I covered it with white light, I just automatically opened my mouth 3 times. Parang air na heat lumabas. And I didn't know that would happen. I was like, huh? Parang my body just, released it. And then
Spelled.
felt
Yeah.
heat. And then in an instant, like a blink of an eye, wala akong nilagay or anything. No more pain. I was like, oh my gosh. So it really requires a lot of parang, I don't know, kasi some people, I do this to them. I do the meditation, it doesn't work. Some, okay, it doesn't work. And I'm like, yeah, because it needs you, of course, at the same time to choose it. I think a lot of that was me choosing to eliminate it and feel it and eliminate it, and it went away. Some people kasi when they use that one and it didn't work, maybe because they have still doubt, so medyo that would be a blockage. So that was one experience about pain that was very quick, and that was like seconds. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, healing is a choice. Healing, that's when I realized that healing is a choice, and it doesn't matter who is healing you or what. I mean, who is contributing or facilitating in the healing.
Mhm.
One is better than the other. It's just whoever wants to be healed, you just have to choose it. So that's why a lot of our clients, we always ask, hey, do you want to be healed? I mean, do you want it? Or, you just think you want it, but you enjoy it. Because there are pains that has, alam mo yun, there are pains that has a
It's
benefit.
beneficial, no?
Yes, meron tayong agenda why we keep the pain. So that's why we ask the people that we deal with, we ask them, like, what's your agenda for having that? Like, having that pain.
Actually, right now, Tina is facilitating you already. She's clearing you. She's asking you, what's your agenda? Why are you keeping your pain? She's actually healing you right away. If you ask, and check with yourself. Oh nga, why am I keeping this?
Yeah, true, true. And I'm also asking it for myself. Yun, kasi my beautiful body is also experiencing a funny thing. The the other day, it was my tummy. And and I had so much awareness with that. And I'm like, okay, body, what do you want me to be aware of? And what are the things that are changing? And I think my body is changing a lot right now. And probably a lot of you who are probably in pain right now. So if you have other experiences or changes in the body, ask your body what it is and what it requires, and your body will tell you. Of course, it won't tell you using words. That's why you have to be more discerning of that. And yeah, sometimes you can think of a food. Alam mo yun, yung mag-pop out lang na, hey, you need ginger. Ganun ako minsan eh. Actually, for the past 3 weeks, since last year, my body tells me, it keeps telling me, do 30 pairs. Sabi niya, meaning magagano therapy daw ako. Meaning, I will therapy myself with the mega dose. Na ano. My body keeps asking me that. And I don't heed it. I'm like, makaarte-arte mo lang yan. Yung parang gano'n. Yung parang, I don't,
Right.
it's in my mind. It keeps popping up. And it's like, I don't want to do it. And then, until something happened to my tummy and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do the 30. So, dun pa ako nag-act. I mean, I need the pain at that time. I used the pain to propel me to act when I could have just listened to what my body asked me to do and its awareness, and I didn't listen. So I had to face whatever it is, and um the uneasiness of it, no, at the beginning, but eventually, but now I have more awareness. I'm like, oh yeah, if my body tells me to eat this, like minsan, like ngayon, the past few days, ginger keeps popping up. Eat ginger, parang ginger kasi stomach nga, 'di ba? So parang ginger ang gusto niya. So yung gano'n. So yeah, and you have your awareness within you. We're sharing you this because maybe you also have your own, yung parang there are times that you want to take something or you want to eat something and you find it weird, why do I want to take it? And so why not use that
Right. And I love that what you said about listening to your body.
mm,
And also that the pain is just a signal for you to really listen because probably you're not listening to the whispers. And so it's shouting na.
yeah,
That's why you have pain. Somebody's also saying it's full moon period also, strong energies.
so true. And a lot of retrograde. No, there's retrograde, the Mercury
What's the
retrograde.
thing with the full moon?
Well, full moon, it kind of hypes. I mean, it has a different energy. It's more of actualization, and now it's lunar eclipse kasi, 'di ba? May lunar eclipse din oncoming this Wednesday. So when it comes to eclipses, it's kind of powerful, and some people with more um, perceiving energies, people who could perceive energies probably could feel it in their bodies, and that's why I like about access consciousness. They have this question: what if the pain you're feeling is actually just an intensity of your body's awareness? So, and it's like, oh yeah. So alam mo yun, yung parang, oh yeah, what if the pain that I'm feeling is actually just an intensity of how my body is so aware of what's going on around me. And I learned parang during the days that I was like in my tummy issue, there were like two earthquakes. Alam mo yun, yung parang okay, baka alam mo yun, na nafe-feel mo din yung ano. So I always send it back to the earth, what I feel. But of course, it's not, sometimes it's not automatic. Hindi yun siya nawawala right away. But lahat na lang gagawin. But yeah, I do things for the physical, and then I also ask my body whether it's an awareness it's picking up. Because sometimes,
Someone, right. And this one, speaking of awareness, somebody's sharing this question. Who does this belong to? I think this person is an access consciousness
so true. You also
practitioner.
asked that question, who does this belong to? Because 99.9% of the pain in your body, emotions, are something that's not yours. And maybe, yeah, I'm mirroring, because ngayon, di ba, flu season and all of that. So, probably picking up the energy. I mean, here in our city, kasi for the past 2 weeks, mainit sa morning, every night it rains. So, that's our weather. And, yeah. I also ask myself that, is this mine? Is this mine? Return to sender.
Right. You've been sharing with us a lot of access tools. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what is this? What is access consciousness?
Access Consciousness is a company of self mastery tools, and one of their tools, it's founded by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here. So it has been existing for at least 30 years now, and we just celebrated the International Being You Day last May 23. So it's also their birthday. 23 or 22. And yeah, and access consciousness, one of the tools of access consciousness is asking questions and asking the body. So the tools that I've been giving you kanina about asking your body, that's an access consciousness tool. And the who does this belong to that our Facebook user sent is
That's
also an
Ayi pala.
Ai kasi Facebook user. Hello, Ate
Oh,
Ai.
Ayi, hello. We can't see your name kasi.
Yeah, oo. So Ate Ai, yeah, she asked the who does this belong to as well. So that's also another another tool. And one tool that we have in Access Consciousness is Access Bars, yung kanina na mention ko, on one of the ways on boosting your immunity. Because Access Bars could contribute a lot to your body. And since a lot of the pain is felt in the body, and a lot of us have a lot of unease with embodiment, meaning a lot of us may not be happy why we have bodies and why do we have to feel pain. I know a lot of you may be feeling that, especially if parang you're undergoing pain. Kasi when I was undergoing, the stomach thing, I was like, oh my god, why do I have this body? And those kind of things. But really reminding myself and choosing different, which is choosing, okay, I have a body. Okay, body, what do you want me to do? Or what are you aware of? What do you require right now? Why are you feeling this? Why is it? Is this an awareness? What information do I need? And so all a lot of this came actually yung the possibility with Dr. Lim also came. Alam mo yun, because I always ask what's next? What's up with my body? What could I so ito yung nangyayari because I keep asking. And so these are the awareness and the possibilities that are coming up, and it doesn't show up the way we want to, especially when we don't heed the whispers. Yung sabi niya na gusto niya na mag-30 pesos, hindi ko hinid. So, ayun, I had to, so that's why, yeah, my pain.
Is telling you something. And
Yeah.
how did Access Consciousness help you and the team and your team in this pandemic?
Yeah, so Access Consciousness contributed a lot to um, a lot of ease, again, with our bodies, and at the same time with our limiting beliefs, at the same time clearing limiting beliefs, because most of the time the universe is just gifting us. I mean, universe loves to gift us a lot of things. It's just that the question is, we always ask this: how much are you willing to receive? Or are you willing to receive? Like, you go out into nature, yeah, you see the beautiful scenes, but are you really receiving from nature? Yeah, you see the beauty, but are you receiving? So there, it's different from seeing and receiving. So yeah, you could see, wow, ganda ng view, ganyan, ganyan, but are you really receiving from nature? When we truly receive from nature, like, I'm also telling this to myself, like, yeah, have I been really receiving from nature? Because if I'm receiving from nature, I wouldn't be having, this uncomfortable stuff with my body. So that's why this what's happening is contributing so much to me and receiving. And I use it to my advantage. It's like, oh yeah, there are many ways I still reject. There are many ways that I still don't receive. So you could ask this when you go out, to nature, or when you find a kite tree, a plant, or what, and just look at that and ask, hey, what can I receive from you? I'm willing to receive. Like, what else can I receive?
That's one thing that I really, really learned with Access to be able to receive. And there's something that Tina wants to give you, but you don't say give, no. In Access Consciousness, you say gift.
Yes, gift.
Yeah. So Tina has a gift for you, and let's see if you're open to receive it. Because like you said, diba, it's about receiving.
Yeah. So yeah, we have this. Yeah, we have an upcoming class on Access Bars this coming Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday it's gonna be from the morning 8 ba yun nakalagay? Is it 8?
Yes, it's 8 to 12 in the morning,
To
Saturday.
12:30, and then on the 30th it's gonna be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So if you want to learn more, and if you want to practice Access Consciousness, and you want to contribute to people around you or even yourself, because when you gift a session of this, you're also receiving one for you. So it's a really wonderful um, modality that could create more for you, and it will clear a lot of your limiting beliefs, and it will open your body to receiving, because your body is receiving a lot of information, a lot of awareness, and it's so magical that it could receive a lot of things. But many of us separate ourselves from our body, like we treat it as a different thing, like me and my body, parang ganun. But we don't really integrate like, yeah, okay, hey body, I'm with you. So what do we do? So alam mo yun, we don't co-create with our body. This is gonna be one of your first step to co-create with your body. So would you like to do that? Would you like to co-create more with your body? And what are the possibilities of creating more with your body using a bar session? So another positive, or not positive, like another benefit that could be received from an access bar session is it will release a lot of traumas, because we have um, commands for PTSD. So people who have post-traumatic stress disorder, if they keep going back to their trauma, you could release it in with such ease, and just by having the session. Of course, people require different, parang how many sessions do I need? There's no specific session that you need. No, we take it as often as we can. Like there's also no overdose. As much as possible, kung pwede siya daily. But if it's not possible, then at least once a week, or twice every week, or once a month, at least you just have it. It's really a huge contribution. And ano pa ba? It could clear a lot of stress, anxiety, people who are depressed. We use this therapy so they don't have to talk to us, if because some of the people who are depressed, sometimes they don't like to talk. So maybe a touch session could be a contribution to them. What if it's what they require? And so if you feel like it's fun and light for you, you can join us, or try an access bars session with Karen and Ate Ayi. They're both access bars practitioners, and you could also, try a session if you're not up for the class yet. But if you
That's
want to
true.
learn it, this is gonna be this coming weekend.
Weekend, and then we'll do this online for
Yeah,
this session. So
but
wherever you
actually,
are.
this one is actually live in a way that I need to be there with you. In the future, we have another session. So this one is just a temporary session, but we will have a full session. That's for the exchange. Yeah,
Right. What's
it's
the most
included.
important contribution that access bars or access consciousness has given you?
The contribution, so much. It changed my life. It changed my life, and um it changed my life, and I've become more parang with ease with me. Become I mean, I don't need to be anyone else. Like in the past I would be like, hey, I like that person and I'm gonna copy that person. But now it's really more of like, hey, who is Tina? What do you want to do right now? And I have no judgments. Well, lesser judgments. I'm not saying no, di pa na-eliminate because I'm still in that process, but I'm like, um I get to be me more. So some people will say, "Ha, me, you more. You will have you will have access to you more," because a lot of us, we operate in the world in what society wants us to be, or what other people want us to be unconsciously. So you
Yeah.
think it's your dream, but actually someone else's dream. So by delving into access consciousness, you get to explore like, hey, what do you really want? What is it that you truly like to create in this life? And what would you like to um what would you like to create for the future that could contribute to people more? So you have more ease. I have more ease with myself. So yeah, lesser.
Before,
Yeah.
yeah, when the first time I interviewed you, you told me that, and I couldn't understand. You're telling me I'm me more. Wait, aren't you? But what I realized when I was, because I'm also a practitioner of access now, but I realized it's lalo na the people in the self-development path, we're the ones who judge ourselves so much that we
Yeah.
couldn't accept the whole of us. Like,
True.
and what it does is it decreases your judgment of yourself. And so it's easy to be you more. And I
Yeah.
love this question, the question that you always ask us, what if there's nothing wrong with
Yeah. So true.
you?
What if there's nothing wrong with you? Yeah, I also ask myself that. It's like, yeah, what if I'm not wrong? What if what I judge as wrong is actually what's great about me? So, what if what you judge wrong about you is actually what's great about you?
Right. And I love that. I agree with you in terms of access consciousness giving you more ease and joy. But the thing is, the key to that is non-judgment.
Mhm.
Because of allowance, because you allow yourself to be, you allow things to be how it is, and then there's no judgment. And so it's easy for you to actually receive because yeah, there's no resistance.
Yeah,
Ali is saying, there's nothing wrong with us. Yes. Yes, there's nothing wrong with us.
there's nothing wrong.
And then there's another question that Tina asked, what if what you think is your wrongness is actually your rightness? Tama ba? Is
Yeah,
the,
greatness or greatness. Yeah,
yeah, I love the other part. What if what you perceive to be wrong about you is that thing that's actually great about
yeah.
you?
Yes. And because we're so unique, I mean, of course, we are different. Everybody's is unique just like everyone else. So we
Mm.
don't really function and operate, the same way. And we all have different gifts to share to the world. And yeah, and sometimes we judge ourselves to say we're not the same with others. So that's the thing. So that's why we think we're wrong because we're not like other people. But yeah, what if you're not wrong? You're just you.
So that's true. Lay is saying it's about perspectives, no?
Yes,
Love
yes.
it.
A lot of perspectives and perception. Like, how do you perceive you, and how would
And
you receive?
also it's about not I feel also it's about not being able to take the judgment of other people.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't I
or
what
receive
I realize is
judgment.
or we can't receive it. Sometimes because we don't want to be us because you know that people around you judge you. And
Yeah,
so you don't want to be you. And you can and even if people don't say it, we can perceive it kasi
yeah.
can
And you hide
perceive.
yourself, and then you feel so bad and wrong, and
Yeah.
that causes the anxiety, the depression, because you cannot be you. So
Mm.
a lot of people they become more of them, and so the anxiety and the depression it kind of goes away on its own because you become you, and yeah, and you just get to explore. And um, we also encourage, like yeah, if you make a mistake, choose again. I mean, ganun lang. Yung we make ourselves so hard. Ay, parang we're so hard on ourselves. Like, diba? Like we have to make it perfect. Like that's why we procrastinate on a lot of things because we have to make it perfect and mamaya na or we delay a lot of things. I don't want to do this because I'm not yet perfect. But when will we ever be perfect? There's always room for improvement. So we will never be perfect. Like there's always something greater and greater about us every day, every step of the way. So what if we just choose it? And
Yeah. Why don't did you say why don't we just choose to be great?
yeah, or just choose to do it. Like whatever it is that you'd like to do, just do it. And then if you parang see that it's not working for you, then choose again.
That's
uh,
true. That's true.
we're just like stuck up with a lot of things na yung parang if I made a choice, dapat ito lang yun forever for the rest of my life. Here in Access Consciousness, and even when you receive our session, you get to really choose more also for you.
That's true. Lay is saying regarding your realization, the four agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz: be impeccable with your word. Do not make assumptions. Don't take anything personally. Do your best. Ah, yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
so
also
much
like
for
Don
sharing.
Miguel Ruiz. I have his quote somewhere here in my room.
Here his book. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I is sharing another fave from her. Another favorite tool, I guess, is interesting point of view. I have this point of view.
Yes. Yes. So true. That could create a lot of ease, especially in relationships. Kasi
Mhm.
we like to push our point of view with other people. And some people, they don't receive that. And then we make, then we argue, mag-away or what. But if you just have like, if you just receive from people like, yeah, that person has an interesting point of view. Or me, I have my own interesting point of view. I have this point of view.
Yeah. is access bars okay for people that's who are still figuring it out?
Yeah.
Sabi ni
Um,
Angela.
it's really okay for all stages, especially for people who are still figuring it out. I mean, you get to figure more of you. What if having the session or having the class could create more for you, and then you could, from there choose more for you and figure it out.
And Angela, what we'll do is we'll put the link to Tina's class because Tina has an access bars briefer in our website. I'll put the link there just so while you're still figuring it out, you can watch the whole class and learn more from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's this? Somebody's. I think this is Aye. Aye again. What if it's about how much you're willing to receive?
Yeah. Yes, even in classes, you can ask this. How much am I willing to receive? When you attend classes or even talks like this, how much are you receiving from conversations like this? So some people we think we should just receive from a session, pero you could also receive from sessions like this. Like even me right now, I'm also receiving. Like, do I always say I'm also talking to myself? I'm also, I also reminding myself I'm also receiving from this conversation. I'm also receiving from the people who are watching with me energetically and all of that. And what if we make our life like that in every way? We receive from all things. You receive from your phone. You're not just using your phone, you're receiving your phone. You're receiving your chair. It's different from just using a chair. Because when you use a chair, diba? Most of the time we just use a chair. Yeah, the chair is there for me to sit on. But what if, hey chair, I'd like to receive from you? And then what if the chair becomes more comfortable? So every time you experience uncomfort, you could ask yourself to receive, hey, what if I receive from this? Because every time na parang uncomfortable tayo, minsan it's just uncomfortable is because we're not receiving. We're just uncomfortable kasi there's like me, I have an uncomfort in my body because I'm probably not receiving some energy or awareness or information, or I'm trying to, marami akong mga dire-reject na things. So, I'm integrating myself right now and I'm like, yeah, what if I receive from this? And what am I receiving from this? So,
Mm.
so that's what we do in Access Consciousness, and that's
Interesting.
what
And a lot of access would be practitioners are here. I think this is June. He's
oh yeah.
saying his favorite is how can it get better than this?
Yes. How can it get any better than this? Yes. Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're very, very
Yeah.
fit. So
Ayan, everybody's here. What I love about it also, people are so happy. Kasi when I got exposed to the energy healing community, parang a lot of people are so serious. Which is okay naman. But
yeah,
what you'd find is, in Access Consciousness, they're just so light. And they're so humorous and they're so funny. And
yeah.
I guess because of the space. Why do you think, why is that, Tina?
Kasi when you have more space with you, I mean, because you have lesser judgments, so you carry lesser weight. And so when you carry lesser weight, you become more light. And this is what we call the lightness of being. Meaning, this is the space of beingness. When you are in the space of beingness, it's always light, meaning it's true for you. What's true for you always makes you light and happy. So if you find yourself always laughing, then you're being true to you. I mean, you're always being true to you. So when you find yourself heavy and depressed, so somewhere in your world, you've chosen something that's not true for you. So that's how you would know like whether you're functioning from the lightness of you or the heaviness. So if you feel like heavy, yung ganon, but of course ask the question, is this mine first?
Yeah.
Yung heavy.
Who does this belong to? Oh
So,
my gosh, Tina is giving you so many tools. And he's giving it to you so generously. If you
yeah,
use this, even if you just use one tool in your life, like what June mentioned kanina, that how does it get better than this? Even if you just use one, that will really change your
yeah,
life. But imagine what will happen if you take the full course. Because yeah,
so
a lot of
true.
us really I really felt that it has contributed to me so much. I even
Same.
I just yeah.
It's
Yes,
okay.
Tina, you're saying.
Yeah. What I mean is, I also use what else is possible and how does it get any better than this for at least mga 2 years, 3 years. Hindi ako parang clearing statements or anything. Walang ganun. And it changed so much already for me. And it took me a while also to receive the right and wrong, good and bad also. I mean, parang, what's that? It's like, you know, but eventually when I use it, it's also very, very fun. So yeah.
Yeah. And Ayi saying, I guess this is the last comment because we're going over time. She's saying, and we are more willing to receive anything, not make things significant. It's how you see like how June and Ayi are. Party! So it's here. So that's really the energy of access consciousness people. They're so like, I don't like money. Ha ha ha.
I don't want money. I don't want money.
But she's so funny. That's why I was really attracted to it because of the lightness. Like you said, lightness of being. Speaking
Yeah.
of lightness of being, we usually end with a short meditation. Do you want to lead or Tina a short
Yeah.
meditation to end the conversation, or I can?
Yeah, so I can. We'll just do a quick Sunya meditation since that's what I use a lot. And it could also boost your immune system. I mean, this could contribute since we're talking about boosting immunity. And so all you need to do is just settle in your comfortable position. You can do cross leg or, yeah, you can do cross leg. So your hands on your lap lang. And then what we will do is we will just do reverse counting. Sunya is just reverse counting. Um, one breath cycle is one count. So we will just do 9 to 0. I'm gonna guide you from 9 to 0. So your eyes will be closed and spine straight, shoulders relaxed, the usual meditation position. And then take a deep cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale. 9. Inhale, exhale. 8. Inhale, exhale. 7. Inhale, exhale. 6. Inhale, exhale. 5. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 1. Inhale, exhale. 0. And you can gently open your eyes. And that's just 9 to 0. And it could, and you could actually level it up to 29 to 0 after, like after 9 to 0, if you still have more time and you can do 29 to 0, do it. It's also a good way to clear your mind and have more space with your mind. And that's one of the free tools we also share to you, the Sunya meditation. And it's a beautiful contribution to the body as well.
It's
Oh, yeah.
true. Thank you so much, Tina. I have fun with the conversation. Thank you also to June and Ai and Darlene who made the conversation fun. It's so fun if there's a lot. And Lay also. It's a conversation with all of you also online. And June is saying, thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you,
much, Tina.
everybody. Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Ate
Thank
Aiki.
you.
Thank you for having me here. And see
And
you soon.
final words for everybody watching and listening, Tina.
Oh, so yeah. So
And Lay. Yes, I said Lay too.
So yeah, what else is possible? So um for boosting your immune system the natural way, there are many ways, and I'm sure you just listen to the OHC classes. You can review them as well, but at the end of the day, also use your awareness. You already know what you know. You know your body, and this is also what I learned from the doctors that I'm working with. Also, especially Dr. Ferdo, he said no one knows your body better than you. So even if he's a doctor, he will always also consult me, like, yeah, you, what do you like to eat? He would still ask me. And even though he suggests a lot of herbs and this and that, but he would tell us, don't deprive your body as well. If the body likes to eat certain things, like minsan titikim lang siya eh. Again, when something doesn't, like for example, like you have an inkling, you want to eat a cake, and then you just ate 2 slices and you're done. And don't feel sorry that you didn't finish the whole slice. Your body doesn't want it anymore. It's more dishonoring if you take it pa. So you can give it to someone else, or kung sa access consciousness pa, and I know it's in your manual, diba? If you have read it, let the bacteria eat it. I mean, give them food. So it's, there's always other. Um, it's not really exactly a waste. Nothing goes a waste in our earth talaga. Nothing is a waste. So yeah, honor your body by trusting it more, and communicating with it, and have more ease with your embodiment. And yeah, stay awesome and stay you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Stay awesome and stay you. And Leia is agreeing with you. Yes, our bodies always tell us what we need to know about our health.
Yeah.
And if it's light for you, you might want to join us for an Access Board certification this weekend. After that, after the certification, you will be an Access Board practitioner and you can practice right away. So if it's something light for you, you can try that. So that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much, Tina, for being here. And
Thank
bye, everyone. We'll see you soon.
you. Bye,
Bye. Bye.
everybody.